What's up, boys? We're back with some more of the new Giant Kings DLC. We're trying to make a new Giant King as strong as possible. So we've got him up to 42 damage on the heavy charge strike now at level 10. I got this really strong breastplate from the Materium Infinity thing. It's a tier 4 thing that gives you a ton of melee stats, bunch of damage, bunch of crit chance. So he should be kind of a beast now. Going to take out an infestation over here, and I'll do a little manual combat, see how strong he's feeling now. We've got a few of the tier 3 shield units that I mentioned earlier, so we can actually put that bond effect on some of our heroes. That will give them some extra strengthen stacks for some more damage, and then it will transfer damage to the shield units. Let's move him up so he can get a big charge strike on the next turn. Can we move over all that stuff? Yeah, it just seems kind of weird when you're zoomed out pretty far, I guess. Move all of these guys up a little bit. Oh yeah, we got the random positive status effects on that thing for all of our support units now. So we can toss some of those out, get even more bonus effects on him. Try and move some of our other heroes nearby, but we don't want to take too much damage. Toss a bond over there. And then, you know what, screw it, even more positive effects. Oh, we can't quite reach him, oh well. Even more positive effects over here. Then let's move these guys over a little bit. Got a mage hero leveling up a bit, and then also a ranger hero. But I don't have enough units for everything currently. Still trying to get that going. Alright, so the Giant's Axe can actually hit 2 units in a line, so we could go through there. And I think that looks the best. We might have a few more positive effects we can toss on him to make that even stronger. Oh, we actually need touch range for that. And then I think that's what we're going to go with. So we can almost one-shot that. Actually, if I lower the HP on that thing a little bit, then he actually has killing momentum now and can take a second turn. Let's see. I don't think any of these will help a ton. We can get a little bit of positive status effects from that. It's probably the best we can do here, but we'll probably want to do some of the support units onto them if possible. 30% isn't great. How about some of the heroes then? Can we reach with lightning? Not really. We can maybe do a single target curse over there. I think I'd rather just lightning 3 units with him. Try and get some of the other units in range for that then. Let's see, defender, can we hit with a spider web? I don't think so. So I guess we're just gonna have to take some low chances with the bannerman then. Oh, that's not ideal. Oops. I think we messed up. Okay, so if we get that one low... No, they have the same displacement thing. I forgot they had that. Yeah, that kind of messed it up. Oops. Well, I guess we'll probably have to hit that, but we're not going to be able to get killing momentum now. Can I sprint into a better spot now? No. Oh well, we'll just have to hit that thing pretty hard then. Yeah, we really messed up the killing momentum with that. That guy isn't tied up and he's gonna hurt quite a bit now, so if we can have the shield guys defend around there, I guess we could put the bond on that guy. Might actually hurt my shield units a lot. Oh, right, it's hero only. But we can go defense mode, and then the shield wall will protect them a bit at least. Let's see, this guy can do a couple range attacks over here. We can't really reach anything except that guy. What's the range on that? 4? We actually could toss that onto that guy then, okay. That works pretty well. So now he'll charge his shield unit. Do I want to cast anything here? I guess we could to protect those guys since they're pretty vulnerable after I did that. Give them some random buffs. Oh nice, he can't even reach the shield unit that far away, so he doesn't even attack there. Alright, now can we go for a decent double hit with this guy? We can't get to that square, so there isn't really anything lined up. What we could do is hit that one and then hope it teleports next to the elephant, I guess. I just want to get big killing momentums. Both of those had their heals still. 5%, that's probably not gonna happen. We'll probably toss that on him. What's the range on the web thing? 2 hex cone. Enemy units. So we should be able to use that right here for a pretty big hit on those two. That guy went way far away, but that does actually work. No, it's not quite next to him. Man, I just want to get my double hits. We can kill him and then get the killing momentum, so I guess that works anyways. Take a small hit there, but that doesn't matter too much. And then now he gets an extra attack for a big shot on him. Let's see, if we do a couple hits with the Bannerman first, that might shred the defense a little bit. And then they can finish it. You can only get 1 killing momentum proc in a turn, so that's not really a big deal. I guess we'll go ahead and use his heal on himself there. Buff up these guys next to him a little bit. Let's see if we can debuff that big guy a bit with a curse. We probably... Oh yeah, this guy has a bit of AoE damage, so he can actually run in and do some big hits on the big guy. And then the AoE will finish that one off. And then everything else should be pretty easy now. What else do we have? A couple support units that won't really be able to do a whole lot. Yeah, I don't think anything else reaches, and we don't really need those for the rest of this. Try and make sure we get the killing blows on the Giant King, since he has the thing where you get renown based on enemy ranks. And I'm not going to look at the rank of everything, so that'll just make it a bit more likely to get those on him then. So we got a level on the Ranger. I think I was filling out the tree over here a bit. We could remove defense mode and retaliation on his instant attack, that's kind of nice. I kind of want to craft like a bow for him or something eventually, so he becomes a bit more of a ranger than just the javelin thing. So I need to finish up the spawner over here, and then we need to get back and deal with the Fey invaders attacking me. So hopefully I'll have enough time for both of those, and then with the scouts over here, trying to find any sort of diggable terrain to clear out some more provinces to add to my cities. Looks like the next one is over there, and the Fey are attacking from right there, so hopefully I have enough time for that. I got the province improvements here from the new dungeon tome, and that gives us binding essence over time, which will help us craft items later on once I've built up a bit, and a decent bit of gold as well. Haste berries, staves of mist, that will buff up our support units a bit. Fey blessing, heals, clinging mist, and a random positive status effect. Did that guy just gain a helmet from that? Interesting. Negotiations. That's pretty expensive. I guess we can take gold, but that's almost half of my current mana income. Let's see, a third city over here. Can we grab anything up here? Okay. Go ahead and grab a farm there, get it going up top a little bit, and boost some more of the buildings there. Infestation. We'll need to deal with that at some point, but we have a bunch of stuff to deal with right now. Can I make some roads through here? Let's see, what is the fastest path to that guy? And then since we have all of these guys following the same path, those roads will speed up all three at the same time. Looks like there's nothing else for this scout, so he can head up here somewhere then. Pikemen, those are reinforcing our ranger guy. I think they can just wait over here, since they belong to his house, so they'll have much more stats with him. Anything to dig out over here? Looks like nope. This is our main city. Actually, the caltrops might help out a little bit in the Fey attackers, so I don't mind that. Oh, we could get some more units. My giant is all decked out. Do we need anything else on the second hero? I might have something coming for that. Maybe not. So we need to make something from this city. And what else did I need there? 2 liege guards and a defender. Probably grab another support unit with all the buffs we've got for them now. So they ran some stuff into my stack over here. That should be pretty easy. Got a renown level on our main hero, fantastic, level 4, so he's maxed out. Bunch of extra gold, and I can recruit rock giants if I want them. +1 level since we have that cult of personality thing. And then I'm going to start filling out the item tree a bit and see if we can do anything with that. So that's for a trinket. I'm not sure that'll be super useful. That's for a... wait, no, that's for a wand. This one's for the trinket, and it gives a damage buff to your whole army, which sounds pretty good, so I'll probably go for that one. I'm not sure if we'll be able to use that yet, but we might be able to make something with just like some crappy infusions, and just from being a high level, it might end up with a lot of damage from that, since the... how do I... from being a high level, the damage of weapons scales with their item tier, so we might be able to do something with that. Let's see, 930 shouldn't be too bad. Delville. We need to boost anything else here. We will probably go for the quarry thing since I have a bunch of bonuses for that. So that would be the workers guilds, and we'll want another farm then. See if there's anything we can get with that. There's some gold vein up there. What is that? Oh, the passage. That looks like about the only thing though. Whispering Stone. We could use that for something else. Nope. I guess we'll toss that on the new city to buff up the stability a little bit over time then. I might need to get the water thing to go over there. It's a pretty long path that ways. We do still need some more cities, so maybe I'll hold on to it for a bit. Production here, grab a 1-turn Masonic Hall. So that's the little crystal dwelling. We can get a quest that would be 28 allegiance. Wow. Or we can drop some knowledge. That's not too bad now. Bloodletter of Provocation. I might just take the knowledge for now. We're kind of tied up with dealing with the infestation and the Fey right now. And then that might spawn something that'll be kind of annoying to deal with, so I guess we'll just take that for now. See if that did anything with them. So I think the next step is that, oh yeah, one other thing is that since I got a decent amount of reputation with them, I was able to get a bunch of different affinity and then a bunch of different resources for my cities, so those are some pretty nice boosts. Here's offer. Against a free city. I'm probably going to wait a bit. I think Elitist is pretty good. We could have him running around with our main hero, and then he would have a ton of defense and resistance, since I already have one copy of that. But he is the Fey instead of the Dwarf, so he won't have as many like racial enchantments and stuff, which is kind of annoying. But I think I'm going to wait a little bit. For here, we could grab a bit of draft, I suppose. Valenfords. Anything I need to boost on this one? That's almost everything. Stonewalls would be a quarry. Grab a vendor for some gold there, and then a market for some gold afterwards, I guess. Let's grab some more food there, and then some knowledge. Not too bad, and now we need to run back for the... Oh, that's actually a crazy rare tier 4 accessory. At the start of each turn, 90% chance of inflicting weakened on adjacent enemies, and then you get strengthened for each one. That'll be great for our Giant King running into the middle of them. Then a random tier 2 ring, it looks like. So we will definitely put that on this guy. Then try and get back there as fast as possible. We have 18 invaders. So they might actually do some damage to my city then. Is that guy on a road? I thought I made one over there. Oops, I think I forgot for that one turn. So we'll be a bit slower getting back then. Let's see, are there any other defensive structures we can get here that would help with a fight? I don't think stone walls would do that much. But I guess we may as well. I don't see what the point of lowering your fortification is against them. Like, either way, if you attack from the city, it's still like a siege battle with all of your defensive stuff, right? So I don't really understand what that option is even for. Here's offer, we're waiting a bit on that. Spell's ready. Could use that on the new city I made over here. Make that grow a bit faster. Valenford, that is for the Defender hero, which is this one. And then the pikemen are for the Ranger. do we want to boost next here? Probably the Masonic Hall for some more growth, but we can go ahead and grab the castle anyways. We'll need quarries to unlock that. I guess we'll grab that one. Kind of like saving those for knowledge or mana if possible, but we might have to redo some of that stuff later on. Let's move that over one spot as well so we get the extra range. Doesn't seem like there's a lot this guy can do then. Oh, he can't even get past that one. Serpent Cavern. Bit of morale, probably not super helpful, but I don't think any of these really is that big. May as well, since it's a combat enchantment anyways, it'll last a while. Silver Bridge. Oh, we can get the lava stuff. And I think since I have the giant governor, I don't take penalties for that. Actually, I can probably just see if I go over there. Yeah, it looks like there's no stability penalty for that, so we'll go ahead and grab a mine there. Empire Development, we can get some extra stability, but I'm not going to have a ton of forests. Probably just wait a bit. Actually, reduced costs on spells might help out a little bit here. And we can get back faster with the road movements. Should have gotten that one earlier, actually. So that is a different house. He doesn't need that one. And those ones are all the same house, so they'll get the bonus for like HP and healing, I think. Morale minus upkeep. I hope I can get enough units back here in time. And then this is the secondary hero. We can toss another one on the way back. Those are both in the same house as her. How much power do they have? 1930 on a single stack. Jesus Christ, that's insane. So 3,000? 3.7k, that is absolutely insane. What? For this point in the game? What? Why do I have to run in such a weird way, man? Just trying to make sure we can get there. So we have 3 full stacks. A lot less power, but we're gonna have to run with that, I think. So 2.9 versus 3.7, Jesus. Do have a caltrop stash at least. I guess we'll see how the auto combat does. It could actually do better on such a crazy fight, but it also might just lose everything. That's actually not bad. We do lose a tier 3 and a support unit. That's actually really good. I seriously doubt I can do better against such an insane stack. Like, this one alone is almost more power than my entire army combined. I think I'm okay with that. I need to see what exactly we lost. So our secondary hero needs a new support and a shield unit. So we have to recruit those over here. Bannerman, and then maybe we'll try out a knight. Those guys can get promoted up to a new tier 4 unit at some point. Hero levels on the mage. We can get the AoE cursing effect on him now. Gustav gained a level of renown, that's our ranger. Physical does +1 for each unit tier, that's not bad, and then we could eventually get some AoE effects on him, which would be kind of nice. There's also some pretty good damage right there, 10% on 2 points each. I think I'm fine with that. So I would actually like to deal with the Fey Fissure if possible. And the best way to do that will probably be the Giant King, since he's got all of our crazy items. So we'll stay in friendly territory and heal up for a bit. And then the other guys can, I guess, go start doing other stuff now. We'll need to go get the invasion that's heading for that. It might be faster to go upstairs to get over there. It's saying 3 turns over here. It looks like it's taking me through the above ground thing anyways for that. This guy needs stuff from this city, so we can summon another pikeman over there. Then get the Fey Touched ready. Let's see, can we go through the water over there? I think so, actually. So we'll have to get the seafaring thing pretty soon. Pick a new tome. So there were 2 different tomes I wanted here. One of them is a new one, I think Geomancy. So this will allow us to turn our units into the elemental unit type, which will have something cool with a Materium tome later on. Gives a bit of damage and resistance based on the terrain you're on. It has a new tier 4 battle mage unit that actually deals a ton of damage. Probably not going to use a ton of those, but I might get 1 or 2 just to check them out. And then also Resonant Blades gives a random status effect based on the terrain you're on, so that's kind of cool. And then a new structure, various resources based on the terrain as well. Kind of interesting.
Geomancy taps into the Earth's purest arcane connection.
So we will probably want the Geomantic first then, just to buff up everything. Chaos. I think we will go ahead and grab the water thing so that our scouts can move around down here a bit easier. I'd like to keep my cities underground for the Dungeon Depths tome based stuff if I can. Mana Obelisk, 1 turn is not bad. I guess we'll try and reach the other city so that they're touching at some point, so that I can get the bonuses for that. Being pillaged, we can't really do a whole lot about that right now. So with our giants, we can probably have him go somewhere else and solo some stuff now. Oh yeah, we need to do the Fey thing first. That is still in our territory, so he'll heal fast there still. 1 more turn, and then that should bring everything up to full health. And clear out some of the nodes over here with these two. Well, we might have to wait on a dragon since they're still pretty beat up. 1550, yeah. So this is the defender. Weakens or a bunch of survivability. I think we'll go ahead and grab this. It also lets us go down to either of those 2 trees. That is a weird path. So now we have to fight the Fey thing. If I want to do it here, we're fully healed up. So this is the best it's going to be, about 1200 power. $1865, that's pretty insane. I don't know about that. I think the Giant King is strong enough that if we utilize him well, it might be doable. Jesus though, 1800. See how the auto combat does first. We lose everything. Let's see, these guys can't dominate heroes, right? It doesn't say that they can't. So if they can use that on my Giant King, then I might be screwed. They have a pretty long-range charge attack that can inflict insanity. Man, everything about this is going to be annoying, and it only takes 1 point as well. So we'll definitely want a warding bond on him. And then we'll probably toss a bunch of random stuff on him. Oh, one thing is, if they put insanity on him, I can remove it with that. But not that one. Let's see, what's the range on those? 3 and 1. Any spells that would be super good here? Not really. Probably have to put Fey Embrace on my units to buff them up a bit. Oh, I can also dispel with that thing. I should probably hang back a bit and just try and get a lot of buffs up then. So we're using the Fey Blessing with a 2-turn cooldown. And then I'll use a few of those, but I do want to save some of them in case I need to dispel anything. Let's see, we are just out of range of getting a decent charge strike. I could throw a boulder at something if I move up a little bit. Let's see, do we want to toss any of these? Call to Glory will last for 3 turns, so that might be okay to toss up here. And then we'll just do a boulder from very far away. God, the range on that with the AoE is so insane, man. Really? So we need to dispel effects now, which is the tincture. And then they wasted his turn. Then sanity. Huh, I wonder why he attacked an enemy with that. So we can dispel that with one of these. That's a 1 range. We'll probably want to get all of the shield units onto that guy now then. Only 1 hits with him. Oh yeah, and we might want to get the attacks with the bannermen who are going to do that, if I need any of them. God, all of them are just insane, so I can't even really cast a whole lot. So we need to walk right up to our giant mans. Wait, can I even reach him with that? That will be blocked. No. Okay, good. So we'll be in range of that guy, but I can cast that at least. That'll remove his insanity and some status protection. And then I guess we'll just toss that on him, since they're kind of in the front line now after that. Those guys can at least give shield wall to both of those, and then we can do a little bit of damage there. So now we need to dispel the insanity on that guy with a tonic. We can toss some random Fey blessings onto other dudes. Then we go up here and dispel that guy. Wait, I can only target allies with that, okay. So, does that work? It looks like it targets him. Okay, that one does work at least. Let's see, what will be the best hit for a Giant King? I could maybe run into those 2 battle mages with him, but we also might want to nuke the Karog so he can't really eat anything instantly with his devour thing. I think we can pop a sprint and then run behind him. No, I can't for some reason. That's kind of weird. So I guess we have to take the hit here. Oh, the terrain there might be blocking me. Didn't really notice that. Those guys don't have anything, right? Oh, he has 1 attack. We can toss some random buffs around. And we can either toss a heal there, get a little bit of damage over here, maybe get a sundered defense on him. See, this guy will take a hit from some heavy hitters there, that wouldn't be great. But actually just going into defense mode for the warding thing is not bad there. So I think I'm fine with that, actually. That'll buff up most of our front line over there. Alright, so now we want to get a kill with the Giant King if possible for the killing momentum. He is gilded, I think, so we'll need to dispel him with something here. If I can. Does this guy have anything? 2 turns on that. Oh, man. And I'm out of casting points. Okay, that's really not great. That's pretty unlucky with how much status resistance he has. 22, 88% reduction and he gets stunned. Come on, bruh. That's insane. Oh, this guy will defend for more resistances over here. This guy can move out, take a hit, I guess? Oh wait. Yeah, if we move over here, he'll take a hit, but we can maybe finish this guy. Try and tie up the battle mages with these. An 88% chance to resist on my most important unit. So let's see what we have on the supporters here. We have 1 heal, 2 heals. Probably need to keep that shield guy alive. So this guy should be able to run into the 2 battle mages now. No, there's terrain blocking him there. Let's see, he can hit the 2 mythic units there. That guy can try and tie up the battle mages. Yeah, I guess we go for the Scourge over there. Probably best to get a double hit if I can. Unless I can go for a killing blow, actually. That could get us a reset. Those guys don't have an action. Ah, I can't do anything, man. We have 1 free action, 2 free action, and 2 plus a heal on that guy. And then what can we do with the Giant King here? We just can't really move with all the stupid terrain here, man. 6 damage? Oh, that's the shield unit. Okay, so we can go over here and get a double hit onto the battle mage. Probably won't be able to get a kill. If I attack from this side and kill the fairy, I might be able to move over there with sprint afterwards. Let's see what all we're going to do with these guys first. Okay, so the shield unit can get that pretty low. And then I think he'll be able to get a kill on that. If we go from that angle, then he'll hit the shield unit. They still have 2 attacks over here. I can't move the giant there if we do that first, though. So I'm trying to get the reset and then a double hit over here. Can they flank from any angle? Okay, that'll do a bit more damage. And then now that'll give us killing momentum. And then with sprint, we should be able to move in position with that. Not quite. Oh well. Still get 2 hits with our strongest unit, so that's not bad at least. So we can get an easy kill on that guy, or that guy. The shield can probably finish him if we can heal them up a bit. 2 heals over there. We can't actually reach him with all of them because it's only 1 range though, rip. If we get a bit of sundered defense, then maybe. And then now this guy can mess up their ranged units. Let's see, I want to get the killing momentum on this and then flank those if possible. Looks like they are facing this way. So I don't think I can do that. 101. Okay, so we actually won without losing a single unit. 1200 versus 800. 277 Imperium, yup. 15% golds. Oh, I think we actually do need to have all of our stacks over here for when they come back to reclaim it, though. So ruler got a level. I think we'll wait a bit on that, go ahead and grab some upgrades over here now. Cleaving sweep, 1 hex cone. That could be pretty useful. That'll be pretty easy, and we're gonna need all the XP I can get for the upcoming fights. Grab a mint there. Probably a shrine at 1 turn after that, and then we are probably good on most of that stuff. I'll need a mana thingy at some point. That's annoying. I'll have to kill that guy at some point and probably wait on that one then. This guy's going over to the second hero. Oh yeah, I still need to deal with the invasion over there. Maybe I'll just get a bunch of pikemen and no hero. 1036, that's kind of big. So we'll probably need at least 1 hero to go up there then. We have a bit more range up here, so we can grab some other stuff I need, like maybe a farm here. That's the ranger. He needs a lot of stuff in his army, but he can gather it over there at least. We have 2 pikemen, 4 actually, so that'll be pretty good. A little bit of stability. A little bit of stability. Let's grab some gold for now with all the units we're gonna have to recruit. Probably take that. Does he have anything good I can take? That's not terrible. That's some decent resistances. Tier 3 shield. Ooh, that's kind of cool. 30% damage reflection. And what about any magic materials? Focus crystals, 10% XP is not bad. I think I'm fine with that. Can you take both of them? So that actually got us the Rings of Binding, making our heroes even stronger. Nice. How did I decline a trade proposal? What? We have the Aspirant Knight. He can run over there to reinforce them. Mineral Extractor. Oh yeah, that's the new lava stuff. Let's get a bit of stability first, and then that's fine. Can that guy fight the dragons? We'd probably lose some units, so probably not right before the Fey get here. Just see if there's anything down here that would be easy for him to fight. Doesn't really seem like it. Those are 2 different houses, right? Yeah. Where did they go? What? Oh, right there, under the timer. Grab a tier 4 town hall there. Another province, we'll keep going up there a bit, I think. Bit cheaper for the knowledge buildings, I'm fine with that. Haven't I added those like 5 times now? Oh no, I was going up there. And that was the one I added right there. Yeah, I think we'll probably keep going up here. Bathhouse for a bit of stability. We can boost that with a forester, that would be pretty helpful. That's the knights. So that goes with this guy. Then we need a bunch of pikemen for him. We can split the mage out here. And then that's a pikeman for this house. And then we have 7 turns for the Fey. I think it was right there. We might have time for that. I think I had an extra stone, right? We had that in one of my cities. So they actually have a big city right in front of that, huh? Pact of Cooperation and 4. I think I can do roads at that point when it opens its borders. So that'll be a lot faster then. I actually can't move through that without making them angry, so we're probably gonna have to wait a bit on doing that then. Just get ready for the Fey coming then. We could maybe fight a little bit over here. Go ahead and grab the upkeep, I think, now that we've got some decent armies. And then I'm just gonna buy a hero here so that it stops doing that stupid pop-up. Glory Seeker is decent for a warrior. Elitist. Yeah, I like that one. That's a lot of heroes. It's annoying that it's a different race, but if we want to make the strongest giant dude possible, then that will help with that. We won't have any cities for these guys for quite a while, though. I've been trying to find some decent spots, but it's kind of hard. Over here wouldn't be bad, though. We just don't have any time until I deal with the Fey first, though. $1100s. I could probably do that then with the guy over there. We can give him some throwaway troops as well. Just to soak up some hits over here. So we're waiting a bit on that since I don't think I can become friends with that guy fast enough. We can fight that. And maybe some stuff over there. Another free city. Toss those onto this guy. So 1600-ish. Might have to manual it. Signature skill. Who's that? The level 4 Spellblade we just got. Probably just take nature for a bit of survivability on his units then. He has Arcfire Burst. I would probably respec all of that actually. Give him some army commander stuff for now. And then probably the lightning thing for some debuffing. Mystical Seer. I actually don't mind getting a bunch of knowledge. I don't think I care about that too much right now. Purging Arrows, we don't even have anything that works on, but I don't think I'm going to really use those. So it'll be fast at least. We lose 2 militia, which is 60 gold. Really don't care that much. Decent melee chess piece. Oh, we actually do have a little bit for the Spellblade dude. Since I think I have 2 of those now. Might be on a different hero. That'd be good for the defender, I think. Then 6 turns for the Fey. Is there anything on that? I kind of wish you could like move around and have the digging thing open at the same time so you don't have to constantly do it like that. We are going to deny the return so I can fight them and get the tier 5 summon thing. Let's see. I might actually be able to cast that on them when they have an army on the map. So that could help out a little bit here. That's not bad, though. Production is blocked, gain a little bit of stability. Fly, you foul. I think I kind of need the XP right now. Got another 2 levels, so that'll help out a bit. Or 2 renown, I guess it was. This is the defender. Give her some big damage and then a buff through here. Oh, she gained 2 there. Okay, not bad. And then 5 turns left, probably need to get the big armies ready for the fight here now. Don't think our giant king can do a whole lot in that time, so probably just have to pass some turns here to get ready for them. Bit of Imperium there. We have 0 in the prison, but 5 in the crypt. We can get a bit of mana with that one. Basalt Excavation. 2 lava provinces for that. 15 production's pretty nice. So that goes with the defender here. We'll drop a pikeman, I guess. And then may as well have it there. Resonant Blades would be pretty helpful for all of our melee units. I think I like that here. Oh, catapult towers actually would help us out a bit if they attack the city. There's nothing to dig. Do I go challenging quest now? I think we're almost done with them, 24 more, so this might actually be enough to max them out then. A movable plate. Do I actually need to make something for that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do there? Oh, wait. Rune of Protection Rock? Isn't that impossible for me to make? Yeah, I took the thing that locks that out. What? How would I make that? That makes no sense. I don't understand that quest. Like, it doesn't unlock the thing I need for the quest, and I'm completely locked out from my tree. Like, that just makes no sense, right? Oh my god, that's a lot of free cities down here. I think... Well, we could actually grab some more stones now with this one. Probably just go for the closer one first. So we want those two and the ranger in the fight here, which is that guy. So we can try and get a bit of XP on these two now. Probably won't be able to deal with that. Oh yeah, I needed to get that ready, oops. Well, it's probably going to be too late for the thing now, may as well get a little bit for these guys. We can clear out some of the resource nodes here at least. Some more food there. And then the big production from the lava stuff. Dragon's Dusk. Oh, we have one of those above ground too. Not super relevant for me, I think. $11.74. We do have pole arms against all of their mounted units. Probably need a little bit more though. They are all just crappy tier 1 units. see, how many turns for the Fey now? One more, so that's finally coming. We have 3 full stacks here with my best heroes. So that's about all for that. We can start getting that ready, I guess. Not even close. Oh, wait, I could... No, 2 turns for that. Probably should have had one of those ready. Alright, the game crashed, so I tried to do everything from that turn exactly the same, and then now the Fey should be coming in. Or actually, I think you get one more turn after the one turn that it says there. Yeah, you get this window. I think we are ready. But we'll have to wait one more turn for them to come in now. Combat casting points, sure. Oh, we can actually go up there. We might need some foresters at some points. There's also a bunch of room up here, though. Three militia. Rip. Finally, we can fight the Fey and then move out on the map. New Tome. So the one I'm looking for here is Transmutation for the Circle. We can use that to replicate any magic material, and that'll be extremely helpful for forging items that have really difficult requirements. Other than that, Steel Skin is pretty solid. Transmute Resources is great. Melt Armor is pretty good. It's actually all pretty good, but that's really, really good.
Once mastery of the mineral realm has been achieved, one may bring about the truly...
I think we will go Steel Skin first here. That's actually pretty good with all the free cities I'm going for right now. But we could also get the Whispering Stone here and then get even more value out of it. Oh, Crypt Blade is actually extremely good for the Giant King. It's a free action melee strike. So I should probably do that for the Fey fight here. And then that should get some of the bonuses from his basic attack, so it does 42 damage. Yeah, that is really good for him. Is that coming from down here? But that free city's mostly blocking it for now. I guess we can just toss some random units on here, just so we can grind some stuff out for them. extra production, stability. I guess that's fine. We can go Workers Guild there as well. $37.66. We lose almost everything. And I think if I control the Giant King well, I should be able to save a decent amount of that. Like, it's not going to be an easy fight, but we've got to be able to do better than that, I think. Giant King is just so strong now. So the Scourge over here are super annoying. Oh, we'll have some siege stuff here, right? I should have catapults, I think. Shrug. We're definitely on a city map. I wonder if I can just move a little bit closer and hopefully not get hit by anything. What's the range on that? 6 hexes. And they can do 2 movement points before that. I don't think I can avoid that. It's just so insane. We'll have a Bannerman go in defense mode here for the extra status resistance. Toss some random buffs around. Does the warding thing stack, actually? Let's see, he has 12 status resistance. And then 12, so no. This is our defender who has a decent web attack from their mount. And I'd like to keep the knights alive as possible. If we have all the melee here, it's going to get kind of clogged up, I think, so we're probably going to keep these guys kind of separated. Oh, I forgot to use my bond thing. Need that on all of the importance heroes. Then over here we have the ranger with a bunch of junk. But luckily they're pretty weak over here as well. Just need him to do big damage. Have the militia take a bunch of hits for him. Actually, those guys shouldn't have been grouped up like that since I don't have any buffs for that area anyways. They just took a bit more AoE damage. So main thing is going for the kills on the Giant King so he gets resets and can attack twice every turn. Still don't think I have anything super amazing. Fey Embrace is okay. 2 random positive effects, and then we'll be harder to hit with ranged attacks, I guess. Let's see, what does this guy have? Marked. This guy has Insanity. We should definitely get rid of that. That guy has marked. I think that's all the super bad stuff on those sides. We can get a web attack with that guy, and then that shouldn't work on heroes, right? Yeah, tier 1 to 3. I doubt we can kill him in one turn. But we could probably taunt him with a defender. And that's a free action. 28%. I guess we'll go for it. And with that failing, we'll go for the web over there. Any other buffs to cast here? Probably not. We can do the mist on that guy and make him even harder to hit. Hit 3 of those with a web, try to keep them in place. And then I guess we'll shield wall this guy for some extra defense over there. Let's probably just have that guy go in defense mode for the warding stuff. Then the knights will probably come help this side. We can get a decent hit on those two. If I can lower them a bit, that would be pretty nice. Yeah, I guess we can charge in with them. How's that look now? Need a bit more still. Although, we should have some crit chance, right? 125%? So that should be a kill then, right? I guess we could Crypt Blade just in case. Let's see, that says 54. So I think that should be a kill because of the crit then. Then we have killing momentum, we can do second wind. Charge in, get another big charge strike. That's another kill with a crit on it. Shield units to hit those, probably. We have one more banner dude. We'll probably just have him go in defense mode somewhere over here to give a bunch of status resistance to everything. So we'll move this one in. And then he can go defense mode right here to buff up 3 different units right before these ones attack. And then the junk sides. Definitely want to tie these up with some militia if possible. And then we'll want to move in a way where we can hit those very hard. We can cancel defense mode with the instant cast. And then I guess we'll just have to do full attacks with these guys probably. Can't really move the ranger, so I guess we'll just take the javelin hit there then. I'm not sure those will really do a whole lot, so probably don't move them through the fire. That side is getting overwhelmed a bit, but the Giant King should absolutely wreck them now. So double hits we can do with the Giant King. We can go right here, I think. Yeah, I can do that one if I want to. Ranged into a Mythic, that's pretty good. And I think that's all we can do anyway, so we need to get the archers down a bit lower. And get some sundered defense there. Why is that, like, different with the hexes there? If I can move through both of those. Oh wait, that doesn't include the crit, does it? 65. Yeah, we can kill those. Wait, can he do that every turn? Oh, after each kill. Okay, that's pretty sick. Then we can kill that with a crit or bring that very low, and I would like to get this Scourge out of here. So if we can soften that up a bit, then that should be doable. Oh yeah, how much HP does it have? 76. I can't tell how much he's going to do that, but that's probably pretty close. Knight will send him up here since that side needs help the most. Can we flank either of those? It doesn't look like it's. And then we need to deal with this guy since he has some nasty abilities. If I can. I don't really have much damage up here. So we have a Liege card that can get a full attack on either of those, and the Defender can go onto either of those. We might be able to kill the charge unit there. I think I'll want... No, we can't really get a decent warding there since there's something blocking me there. So just get some sundered defense here, hopefully. Actually, that would have been a good warding. We'll go ahead and do that there still then. And then that was all of the important stuff taken care of, I think. Those guys are probably just dead. We'll just defend to buy a little bit more time with them. And then send polearms as deep as we can to try and tie up all of their ranged units over here. Can't really reach with any of those guys, but we need to get them out of his way. I forgot to use a skill. We could do something to help them out a bit. Defensive Masters would be decent. I could really use the Giant King over there now, but it's probably going to take 2 turns. See, if he can move there, he could get 2 hits, but it... Okay, yeah, he can do that. He would take a hit for that, and I wouldn't really be able to move much. And we might be able to get all of that with these guys. Whatever. Then I guess we may as well just finish him. We're gonna get a kill, so that resets anyways. I can see what I can do with that. Nothing? Yeah. Oh, he is steadfast. Let's send some more help up here then. Then we can remove that burning from himself anyways. We need to get that guy off of our ranged units. Probably hit it with the shield dudes here. Oh, we could have actually taunted one of those guys, that would have been useful. We have one guy who needs to hit since he doesn't have a heal action there. The guy's steadfast, so we would just take free damage there. May as well send them up here. This is our ranger. We'll throw a javelin at something up here. "91 javelin, okay. That's pretty big. We do have a spell still. I guess we can do the miss thing over here, help these guys out a bit. So the giant will probably have to run up here and throw a rock at something for this turn then. Doubt he can make it all the way over there. Although if he can flank with that, it probably still does a lot of damage. We can actually kill that guy and then get a killing momentum. I don't know if he can land a hit after that though. That has a 1-turn cooldown. And that doesn't really let you move that far. Can I do anything if I move those guys out of the way? If I can kill something else, then he might be able to sprint next to the Glade Runner there and kill that as well. So throw a rock at him, and then sprint next to this guy? 137. Let's see, can this guy really do a whole lot? No, probably just try and debuff something a bit. Now we would like to get him off of my support units if possible. What does a hit on that guy look like? 40% crits, that should do it, I would think. Nope. Let's go ahead and toss a hold the line on these guys then, help them out a bit against that guy. And probably, well, we can just heal actually. And now we can get a double hit on those two if I can... Actually, the crit should do that. 125%. And then we can sprint over here, but then I would hit that guy. I think. Oh, it doesn't look like that hits friendly units. Okay, that's good. And then I think canceling retaliation blocks opportunity attacks as well, so he can move out freely. Try and get some sundered defense on him now. And I think they made web not hit friendly units anymore. So that can actually finish him off with that. And we lost one little summoned militia, not bad, compared to what it had before. Ooh, level 12 signature skill for the Giant King too. So we got the Ventrog's Chosen spell. We can summon a tier 5 supporty melee unit, that's pretty cool. Some extra Imperium, not bad. So I think the unlocks aren't great for a tier 3 attacker based unit. They're kind of like utility usually. Although Blink isn't bad since that's movement. Let's see, flex 20% of damage, so we'll probably just take the damage rune then, since we're already hitting over 100% crit chance. Chasing enemies, 12 fire for each status effect removed. Yeah, I don't think any of those are going to be a big deal. They're mostly summon based stuff. So damage it is. And then I guess we'll get that, even though it might not be useful yet. Grab a bit of damage there, or what else? I do want the grace over there. And then 1 retaliation is pretty nice as well. But I think we'll just take the big damage for now. And then next up, I will need to clear out the infestation up here. Find some more places to create cities down here. I think over here would be solid, as long as we can get both of these areas. So I'll need some heroes up there. And then I'll need to clear a bunch of stuff above us as well. There's a bunch of wonders to deal with also, so I'll definitely want the Giant King heading out. At some point I'll need a city for that Spellblade guy who will be good with my Giant King, but I think we'll wait a bit on that. That is a very low power for a guy that was critting for 100 in that fight. But I think that's a good place to end it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.